enough thrown sport coffee in the world to sustain our first 2-hour show in New Orleans. I'm here with Kevin and Tina with Thrown Sport Coffee, who have been, literally, there's so much caffeine in here, and I'm going to need it. Can I tell you who's on the show today? Bert Kreisher. Rob Gronkowski, maybe for 2 hours, I don't even know. We have Josh Jacobs. Sean Payton is here to surprise Cam Jordan and Mark Ingram together, reunited on the Up and Adams set. We have amazing coffee over here. So if you're on Radio Row, Media Row here, we're so appreciative for this amazing partnership all week. Look how cute this is. Come get a mug. We'll have some NFL players sign it for you. How about DJ Moore, Chicago? How about Odunze on the set together at the same time? Puka Nacua is here. Too many guests. Are you guys ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I am. Let's go. All right, here we are, Media Row. Let's get Sean Payton a coffee. He's sitting there backstage. The best thing about Coach, his call time was like 30 minutes from now, and he's here. He's caffeinated, he's ready to go. He's gonna pop out and hang out. And I really wanted on this first Wednesday show, this first 2-hour show, to make it very New Orleans special. So we're going to have Cam Jordan stop by, Walter Payton Man of the Year. We're going to have Mark Ingram reunite with him. Love the two of them. I already see Cam Jordan making his way to set, which I love. We wanted Sean to surprise them. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's a big party here on Up and Adams. We've got Mark Ingram, Cam Jordan, Gronk joining me, the Machine, Bert Kreischer, who has a show here in New Orleans on Saturday night. A couple of Bears are gonna pop by as well. Puka Nacua, we'll talk a little Cooper Kupp, we'll talk a little Myles Garrett. What do you want to hear out of these guys? Tweet me, tweet the show. You guys, I barely slept last night, and this is just going to be insanity. We're gonna go second hour on YouTube, so it's going to be insane. Should we get the party started? Let's do it. We appreciate you guys watching on FanDuel TV. Such a great partnership. Kick of Destiny. Go make your pick for Eli Manning or Peyton Manning, who will kick it through the uprights on Super Bowl Sunday, and get your props. Get your bets in over on FanDuel Sportsbook. Without further delay, let's bring out my first guest of this Wednesday, a 3-time Pro Bowler, this is weird to say still, even the year in, a Green Bay Packer, Josh Jacobs!
So with it.
Get over here! How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
I feel like we do this every year.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like we do this every year. Sometimes you have a rushing trophy, sometimes you've got a beautiful sponsorship, sometimes you're doing great work. How are you? How are you feeling in the Super Bowl?
Can't complain. Can't complain.
Well, it's great to see you. Thank you for joining us here on Up and Adams. You had a very successful Pro Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
I loved seeing it. Your NFC squad, of course, won the flag football contest, but you somehow killed it in this trivia challenge. Here's the controversy.
Yeah.
Was Jared Goff feeding you answers? Don't lie to me.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so the last one, I did not know his last name.
What do you mean? Oh, I didn't. Go ahead.
Frank, I didn't know his last name.
So
he kind of like.
He gave you a little something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your best part of that experience?
Just being around a group of elite guys, to be able to talk about bragging rights when we played each other or things like that. I think that was the biggest thing.
Okay, I love that. We have so much to get into. I did want to ask you a little trivia since you were so good at it and Jared Goff's not here. How many pounds does the Lombardi Trophy weigh?
I'm gonna say 60.
60?
Yeah.
It's 7.
Is
you
it?
think it weighs 60 pounds?
I have no idea. I never felt one.
I know. I need to be without Lombardi, of course.
Look.
Listen, you've been doing your thing. I want to show you what we cooked up a little full screen here and where you are in terms of running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Since 2019, Josh, you've compiled the second most rushing yards and touchdowns. That is amazing company. Those are the top running backs in the year. You're saying, shh, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it's cool. I think it won't really hit me until like I'm done playing whatever I finish with. But really, my only goal is to win, man. That's the biggest thing. I feel like you get looked at and talked to a little different when you got one of them rings on your finger and when you got one on your belt. So that's the biggest thing for me.
Did you feel like this was the year? Was it taken from you? How did you feel? I know it wasn't. Personally, you had a great year.
Yeah.
It's not what you guys wanted as a team, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, we have the youngest team in the NFL. I think that we still going through some growing pains right now, trying to figure it out, how to be, do things right on a day-to-day basis. And I feel like, the little things killed us a lot in the games that we did lose. So once we put it all together, I think we'll be all right.
Do you think you need to add a piece? Like I'm thinking you're.
I think we need like
team.
3.
I don't know if you know this, Josh.
Yeah.
You're that like I'm like the front office. You know that, right? I brought you Xavier McKinney. I have Davante Adams on my show every week, as you know, your former teammate.
Yeah.
Would you welcome a return of Davante Adams to Green Bay?
Most definitely, most definitely. I think he's an amazing receiver, amazing person. Obviously, I would want to see what it would cost us. But I do think that, we have a spot for him. For sure.
You have a spot. What would he bring to that offense, to the team, knowing the kind of man he is?
He's a great leader. He practices hard. He does things that I'll tell people. I remember one year I may have only seen him drop 2 passes at practice the whole year. Like, he's one of them guys that he's going to put the work in. He's going to lead the younger guys the right way. He's going to give you nuggets that you can't really coach. And the way that he sees the game is just different.
Last time I talked to you, I don't even think I actually got to talk to you. I was interviewing Keyshawn Nixon in Green Bay. You popped in, you were just there, and everyone was like, oh! I want to know.
Yeah.
What was your I'm a Packer moment? When did you feel like, you know what? I'm a Green Bay Packer.
I would say my first Lambeau leap. My first Lambeau leap, I was like, okay.
I wish we had footage. Talk me through it. What was it like?
Well, the whole camp, the whole summer, all I seen was footage of guys that failed at the Lambeau leap. So my biggest thing coming in was like, all right, I got to make this jump. It's a lot taller than what people think it is. But I was like, that's the whole thing. So once I floated up there and I knew I was going to make it, I was like, okay. Oh, yeah, we good.
You did it. They held you up. They gave you your love.
They were spilling beer on me.
Yeah. It's an amazing fan base. Even from that moment that I saw you with Keyshawn, you hadn't even hit an OTA yet. I don't think there was nothing was there. What sort of like, what you thought Jordan Love was like and what he's really like then and now?
Man, the thing that stood out the most is the way the ball come out his arm. Like, he be spinning the ball. And I think that was the biggest thing, like watching film on him, before coming, but then actually getting into practice with him, I'm like, oh yeah, this dude got it. He definitely got it. I think it's about just putting it together on a consistent basis for him. But when he figure it out, man, he's gonna be special.
I can't wait. I see that smile. Yeah. I think Javante's always talking about how he has poise. Big story this week big story this year in this playoffs is running backs, right? I don't want to ask you about Saquon, but I thought it was really interesting that Saquon was asked something about the Giants. He right away, I don't know if you saw that, he right away tweeted like, you guys are doing this story too much.
Yeah.
I'm an Eagle. As somebody who was a Raider, and that's maybe the most passionate fan base in the NFL, when you look back at that time now, what is your relationship with the Raiders fan base and the team?
I don't got no hate. I don't got no hate towards them. Obviously, like, I was one of them guys that I wanted to play my whole career in one place. I feel like I put up with a lot there, went through a lot there. And, at the end of the day, it didn't work out, and it is what it is. Happy for them, what they doing. Rooting for them, just not when I play against them. And it is what it is.
Okay, so we're adding Davante. Green Bay fans, we're trying to make it happen. Josh said he wants my favorite thing. You want to see the money first. You got to see what Josh needs to see what the money is. Now, while you're here, Super Bowl week, having a great time, and thanks for stopping by. I want to talk about that pullover that you're wearing because you're here on behalf of USAA.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that?
So I'm here with USAA and the Marine Corps, basically to give away Super Bowl tickets to a guy named Kevin Bennett that served in the Marines for 34 years now. He's been tours all over the world, and he's also a Packers fan, so it makes it a lot.
Okay, there he is, right here.
Yeah, man, but he's a guy that's a true hero in this world. To be able to give back to him is special to me because it allows us to do whatever we want. All these rights and all these things that we take as luxury or whatever that we have here is for the sacrifice for the men and women that they put in overseas. So it's an honor to be able to give that to him.
And does he know yet?
He knows, but I'm going to meet him tomorrow.
You are?
So I want to sit down with him and his wife. The first question I want to ask him is, he's been married 33 years.
Okay.
I want to see what that's like.
What do you mean?
I just think that, you got to be a different type of person.
All the things you could ask a guy who served for over 10 years, you want to ask him marriage advice?
You never want to ask them what's going on over there, things like that. So I want to keep it light.
What's your best relationship advice?
Best relationship advice, it would be make it make sense. Everything got to make sense. Whether it's for you or your partner, just make it make sense.
Josh, I didn't think we'd go down this road. I love this. I love this for you. It's always great to see you. Great.
Yeah.
I know Coach Payton's back there. Last time he was trying to recruit you. Now you're definitely an enemy in the other conference for him. We're going to take a short break here. We're going to bring in Mark Ingram. I think that's it. Finish the sentence for me as we go to break. The Packers and Josh Jacobs will lift a 7-pound Lombardi trophy if
we get 2 more pieces, I feel like.
we get 2 more pieces! I love this. We'll be back. Mark Ingram is here. Cam Jordan is here. Bert Kreischer, Odunze, Sean Payton, DJ Moore, Puka Nacua, all on the F and Adam Show.
You the big timer.
What's going on?
Ain't shit.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
Appreciate
What's
you.
new? How are the kiddos?
Same shit, different toilet. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
All right, I started the show 3 years ago, and I was asked, who do you want to be like a recurring guest? Like if you could pick any NFL player, legend, Hall of Famer, that like could come on the show every week, who would it be? And I picked this guy. This is a Saints great. Best smile in the National Football League history. The lore is huge. College football analyst, responsible gaming ambassador, Mark Ingram. It is so good to see you.
I appreciate you.
We started this thing. Remember red light, green light, red card, green
We did
yellow
all of
card?
that. We did all of that.
And now you're killing it on
I
Fox.
appreciate you for believing in me. And out of all people, you asked for the boy. Like
I did. I asked for the boy.
I
Remember,
love you forever.
You used to come live from the Zoom at the Saints facility.
Yep.
And we'd play like stupid games, and that we weren't even like halfway on the air.
Right.
You were so nice to give me your time every week.
Man, good people enjoy being around good people, so I appreciate you.
I have a couple of your friends backstage.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you got some. I know you got some up your sleeve. I know you got some up your sleeve.
Last time I saw you, we were taking shots of vodka. Now we're grown up. We're
Now we got
drinking sport
espresso
coffee.
shot.
Yeah, listen. Cheers to you.
How grown?
Okay,
Like,
Mark and Kay are no longer taking shots of vodka.
Espresso shots.
We are in our wellness era. You're back in New Orleans. What does this week feel like? Because I know the city means everything to you.
Oh, man, anytime I get to come back to New Orleans, man, it's always special. So much love in the city, a place that impacted my life in so many amazing ways. Just being drafted here, having my kids here, meeting my wife here.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So New Orleans is a very special place to me. Played 10 years here, so anytime I come back to New Orleans, there's a lot of love in the city. I always love coming back.
When I see you, I gotta say, I see Alvin Kamara. You know,
Yeah.
He's like this little shadowy figure next to you eating Airheads. He had a great season.
He did.
Despite missing games. I feel like we need a little boom zoom though. There needs to be, you know, the Saints have that 9th overall pick. What do you think they should do with it?
Man, I think you're seeing how pivotal the running back position is.
Yes.
And give my guy AK, he's getting up there in 9 years, you know, give him a little break so he can be healthy the whole year. You know, maybe you go running back. Maybe you go and pair him with Ashton Genty.
Oh, snap!
What you think about that?
Tell me on that,
What
because
you
I don't
think
know
about
much about
that?
him. Tell me.
Ashton Genty is just a beast, man. He has juice. He can run the ball inside, run the ball outside, comes out the backfield, catches it. So why not have another two-headed monster so my boy AK could be thriving again in New Orleans?
How heartbroken were you for Lamar?
I'm sick about it. I'm sick about it, man. He's such a hard worker, such a great dude, and just want him to have so much success. Want him to win the Super Bowl, want him to kind of get that monkey off his back. But we know how tough the AFC is. We know how tough the NFL is. And you go into Buffalo and the team, you know, have 3-4 turnovers. You end up still having a chance to tie the game. It just shows you take away 1 or 2 mistakes, and, you know, it's a different ball game. So
Ashton's going to come to the Saints. Who's coaching?
What, they like Kellen Moore right now, don't they?
Do you?
I think when the Saints were at their best, you know, we had an offensive-minded head coach in Sean Payton.
Ooh.
So, you know, I think that's appealing, you know.
Let's bring in Cam, but I want to get to this sponsorship you have, which is American Gaming Association. You want people to bet responsibly this Super Bowl.
Yes. I'm here with American Gaming Association, and they estimate $1.39 billion of legal sports betting will be placed on the Super Bowl.
Wow.
So I'm here launching an initiative, Have a Game Plan. You get all the information at haveagameplan.org. Basically, bet responsibly, keep your cool, it's entertainment, know your budget, stick to it, know your odds
Love.
and how you're gonna play,
Love.
and keep it cool, man. It's never cool to harass the players about the prop bets or the teams. Like, you chose to bet the money. Just have fun, enjoy it, bet responsibly, have your budget, stick to it, know how the lines and stuff.
Be cool like Mark Ingram.
Have a game plan.
Cool and responsible.
Have a game plan.
I love that. You know who has a game plan? This guy, Cam Jordan. Hey, here he is.
I'm gonna drop this right
reunited,
here.
and it feels so good.
You know what I'm saying? How is everybody?
Congratulations on Walter
Yes, sir.
Payton Man of the Year nominee.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, no, we need to do that. Hold on, we need to do that better. What's the camera to do that to? I need that redone. Right here.
Where are you talking about?
Right here, guys.
Right here?
Right here? All right. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Don't we
Yeah.
miss it? New Orleans, don't we miss it? Okay, I don't know what this is. Tell me what this is.
Yeah.
Look, I heard him talking about, you know, FanDuel and people sweating over it. And I'm
Who
just
is
like,
this?
That's the Old Spice guy, AKA a sage, fortune teller, if you will.
Oh.
You know, like if I ask him a question like, will there be a winner on, you know, Sunday? He says things like,
I can't hear it.
no, don't worry about that.
Cam, why don't you tell me what
He says, but of course, my freshness and my friends. You know, like,
Got
of
it.
course there's going to be a
You're
winner,
walking
right?
around with Old Spice,
Yeah, I'm-
you're reunited with these are the freshest pair
You
walking
know,
media row.
It's my dog, my
Life.
brother, you know what I'm saying?
My brother from another.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll, we bless the show just like the show's
know, I
blessed
love
us.
you
You
guys.
know,
Oh,
like,
me.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else is really going to have a couch big enough for both of us?
Right?
It was really important for us.
And have the
to-
vibes that could contain
Oh, I love
all
it.
3 of us.
What is how much do you two miss each other?
What do you mean? We talk probably weekly.
Yes, we talk
So what's it like
regularly.
when you guys get together like this? What are you talking about?
Here's when we talk about FanDuel and playing some sort of bets that I want no parts of.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm
We're
gonna be
talking-
talking about after you sweat and lose your parlays, go ahead and hit you with one of these. You know, a little Mandarin sandalwood.
Hey, can I
Keep your
smell that,
body
please?
fresh. Yeah,
I'm
go
a
ahead.
huge Old Spice
I'm just saying.
fan.
it's-
Mandarin
it's-
and sandalwood? Let's
Mandarin
go.
and sandalwood.
Oh,
Mandarin
smell that.
sandal? What'd you
Smell
say?
that.
Yeah. Look, I just got back from Rio
Oh,
de
my
Janeiro, and
goodness.
that's gonna give you all the Coca Cabana vibes that you need.
Here's what I got 2 things we need to talk about here. one, first of all, congratulations on Walter Payton Man of the Year. You
Walter
are doing
Payton,
the
Man
most.
of the Year.
Nomination. Just
My boy better get that
Why does
victory.
you're the best hype man? Why does he deserve it?
Why he deserves the Walter Payton Man of the Year
Go
award?
on.
Because what is the Walter Payton Man of the Year for? It is for men who sacrifice their time for the betterment of the community. And what man has done more for their community than Cameron Jordan? I'll wait. Every Tuesday for 14 years straight. Rain, sleet, snow, COVID, pandemic, no pandemic, ideally, unideally, he is there every Tuesday, everywhere in the community, every school. There's no more schools left in New Orleans for him to hit. He has to go 45 minutes out the way.
I love you guys.
So, what is the award for? It is for him.
I'm just trying to be better in my community.
It is for him. So, therefore, Walter Payton Man of the Year,
That's
Cam
it.
Jordan in the Mr. Level himself. Yeah, let's go.
Well, yeah, I do well in my community, and I do have a foundation. You know, the Cam Jordan
Foundation, which was God is Love, and now it is Cam
It
Jordan.
was God is love, but we made
But
that.
God is always love.
God is always love, so we always show our love to God, you know, and then we show love to community.
Yes, and Old Spice, and Responsible
And American Gaming Association.
And Up and Adams. It's all been
Have a
one
game
big
plan.
family.
Yeah, absolutely.
in
If
New
I
Orleans.
can't call my friends, I don't know who I can call, but I can always
Yeah.
call guys like Mark, and I can always call Hey Adams.
I called you back.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
We had a
that's
good
what I'm
old
saying. Now I can
conversation
add it in. I'm
last
like,
week. We got
dang.
this.
Be like,
Call
good
me
again.
back.
Be like, hey, Kay.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, Kay, I got questions. She said, well, I got answers. I was like, all right, cool. Because I didn't bring my fortune teller, so
I have
you
to
helped
tell
me
you
out.
something. I woke up and I saw the Myles Garrett trade request.
Right?
And you're the first person I thought of, okay?
Wait, why would I be the first person? I'm
Because
not
I
getting
want
asked
you to
for a
get
trade
a-
from
they
anywhere.
want-
I'm black
they
and
want
gold
you-
forever.
Oh my God.
So there's no world where you're thinking, I know you're coming back, you got a lot more to give.
Absolutely.
There's no world where you're thinking, maybe I want to go somewhere where I have a better chance of getting a ring.
Who has a better chance of winning than us? We have all the talent. You talk about a healthy Chris Olave,
Let's go.
a healthy Rashid Shaheed,
Let's go.
a healthy Marquez
Let's
Valdez
go.
Standing. We saw Bub Memes come along
we get
before he
Mark's
went down.
face?
We look at Talie
Can we get Mark's face,
Fuaga,
please?
who was a rookie last year and probably led up he was top 5 in least amount of sacks given up. We've got the talent. You talk about Derek Carr when he was healthy, beat the brakes off the first 2 teams we played. Then everybody started going into this downward spiral of not getting back up. Yeah, so we've got some health issues that every team faces, but we faced them consistently for the last 3 years, which is wild.
Yes.
It's just wild. You was talking about Alvin Kamara and the monster that he is. He missed a game or 2 this year. 3.
And still was crushing it.
Golly,
I am
like-
looking at Mark's face.
Yeah.
And Mark, what do you, what would you like for Cam?
I would love Cam to have the most success in the Super Bowl ring and to let me have a piece of the Super Bowl too. Like, let me have a ring too. You know what I mean? But
You can win in New Orleans.
You could win in New Orleans. Now, with who is the head coach? I think there's some Saints people out there. Could y'all tell us who our head coach
are you
is?
part of the
No.
hiring process?
Wow, that's all you got for me, Kerry. Yeah, no, not at all. In fact, I saw our wonderful owner, wonderful team owner, Gail Benson, yesterday.
Amazing.
And I was like, Gail, you look lovely. Thank you so much for drafting
Gail
me
is
those
always
many
the flyest.
years ago. And we were talking. I said, so, who's the new head coach? And she looked at me and was like, Cam, they are really nice people. I said, dang it, that didn't tell me anything. But
they are really nice
You want
people.
Ashton Genty at 9?
Ashton Genty, to pair him with
AK.
Yeah, pair him with AK, to pair him with Kendre when he's healthy. Golly.
You want him? Is that who you'd pick at 9?
At 9?
Uh-huh.
A running back?
9 overall.
In
No.
this day and age?
Don't hate on us, bro.
Mark
on this
knows.
day and age,
Yeah, in this day and age, it's
no, on this
it's
day and
tough.
age,
it's tough.
It's the perfect time. You see
No,
what
the New
Saquon
Orleans
has
Saints-
done.
no, the
You
New
seen
Orleans
what Derrick
Saints-
Henry has
they're
done.
gonna-
You seen what Josh Jacobs has done for their team.
We will not see
You seen what
anything bad
Jahmyr
about a
Gibbs
running
have
back.
done?
I'm here for a running back. But in this day and age, there's only going to be one taken in the first round.
Bijan went number
And it's
7.
going to be Ash. It's going to be
Bijan
Ashton
went
Genty.
number 7.
I hear you. But we got AK.
I love the Saints. I want to know why
I would
you
love-
would
I would
rather
love
finish-
for us
AK needs
not
a
to
little-
pick offensive
AK needs
lineman.
a support system.
If you hear me, Saints, I would love for us not to pick an offensive lineman.
There are a lot of Saints in this crowd right
and
now.
maybe,
Yeah.
for the future, just do the right thing.
Future meaning more than 1 year, right?
I'm not opposed to Ashton Giante. If you put AK and Ashton Giante in the backfield, knowing that
Mark's all about it.
You see-
Ashton Giante really should have won the Heisman, but we won't talk about it.
Oh.
What happened to
Like
Trevor?
that's gonna be a big splash because for some reason a man who went for almost 2,000 yards in college, what did he go for 20?
Yeah.
2,300, something ridiculous.
Well,
In the MAC.
Yeah. They're like, oh, he didn't face anybody. He faced Oregon.
Gentlemen,
He faced top 10 teams.
It went for
and still went for
190 plus yards and 3
still went for
touchdowns.
200 yards.
Gentlemen, we don't know who your next head coach is. We think we know. We think, not yours, of course. Who? But
No,
it's
it's all-
You never know. I'm not even retired. by the way yet.
Tell him.
You're not-
He's like, don't take a running back at 9. I'll come back and
With the
play.
right head coach and, you know,
Here's
make
what
it to
I'd
the
like
playoffs.
you
I got
to. Here's
two
what I'd
games
like
for
you to tell me. I'd like you to paint me the picture, both of you, of the perfect head coach for New Orleans. What does it look like? Paint me the characteristics, the traits.
We're going to go with Mr. Who Dat himself.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to try to emulate where you had the highest success. You're going to say Sean Payton.
I just said that.
Yeah, Sean Payton was our highest form of success with the New Orleans Saints. Won a Super Bowl with Drew Brees. There
he
we go.
is.
And that's what call a lay.
On call.
Yeah.
Right on cue.
You heard
What's
me
up,
talking.
my guy?
Heard you talking. There's not enough air in this room for all three of us.
Hi, Coach. Welcome to the show.
Come here.
Sit
I don't
down,
know.
Coach.
You guys
Oh,
figure
good.
out
Right in the
how
middle.
to.
Are you
those
two
three
first-round
Stooges
picks?
wanted-
2011.
Yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right in the middle.
First.
You guys, I could not find a photo of you two from your draft class.
You
I looked all
playing
night.
pickleball or something? You look good.
Yeah.
Man.
You lost significant.
Up there in Denver in that good air.
When you
Can't breathe.
You guys
when you win games, you trim up. You know.
Absolutely.
I hear you.
When you lose games, you gain weight. Trust me, I know.
So in 2011,
My favorite part. I can just sit back and listen.
no, you can. In 2011, my son was in 5th grade at that time, and like the day before the draft, I might say, Connor, look, expect us. We're targeting this running back, Mark Ingram. And so when you're in 5th grade, you want your
You've got
friend-
the inside
Tell
scoop.
me.
You want your insides. So he's told everyone in his little elementary school, the Saints are taking Ingram. The Saints are taking Ingram. Meanwhile, the defensive end from Cal moves back a little bit.
just dropped.
Did not dropping a lot. And at 22,
Yeah.
21, 22.
I thought I was going like worst case scenario, like 20 Tampa.
Right. So
Really?
he's on the board, and the New Orleans Saints, we select Cam Jordan. And Connor is like crushed because his friends are dead.
Like, you
said-
lied.
Yeah, you lied to me.
You lied to me. Trust issues.
If you can't tell me, I said, Connor, look, sometimes this happens, and then Belichick calls.
Yeah.
And at 31, 29,
28.
28, and we had done a ton of trades together, and we draft Mark Ingram like 5 picks later.
Yep.
I called Connor back. I said, "There's Mark Ingram."
Yeah. See, Connor, good looking out, my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so both these two in the first round, but I want to say this. Backstage,
2011, yes.
Backstage, we were talking. When you call someone on the phone and congratulate them and tell them they've been drafted, you get a myriad of reactions. Most of the time, you hear cheering in the background from their family members, right?
Yeah.
And then you hear, Coach, man, I'm excited. When we called Cam, I'll never forget the phone call. I said, hey, Cam Jordan, this is Coach Payton. We're taking you here with this pick. Congratulations. And he said, let's do this, dude. and so I said, okay, I'm going to hand the phone to Mickey. And I'm like, let's do this, dude.
Let's do it, dude.
And I'm like, I was so concerned.
Like, did we make the right choice?
You made a great choice.
It was a great
Some would say the
Did
best
you not
choice
realize
available.
the handful that you have
Just
for the next 7 years?
listen,
It's unbelievable. I love it.
You never know what you're getting.
As a 21-year-old, and you're like, in my mind, your agent gives you like the best case scenario.
Yeah.
And the best case scenario was like 7.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, 7,
Yeah.
top 10, yeah. I'm counting MMs.
Old
Yeah.
Spice
You know,
Fresh.
he's like,
and there's a
worst
little bit
case
more
scenario.
money at 7.
Of course, yeah,
Then
just a little.
24.
It kind of works.
Just a little.
But
Absolutely. If that was a new year where it's a lockout, so I'm thinking best case scenario 7.
Yeah.
I'm thinking worst case scenario 20.
Yeah.
Raheem Moore loved me at the time. I'm like, I'm probably going to land in that 10, 11, 12, right? All these other DNs go, and I'm like, no, I'm definitely betting. No, okay, right? So you have this chip being afforded, but now you're spiraling. I'm like,
Like,
20
I'm
passes.
still in the green room.
Right. So fit like 12, 13 passes. I'm looking at my agent like, don't you lie to me.
Yeah.
I brought my
You're
family to
fired.
New York.
You're fired.
Yeah, I was like, 20 happens.
There's a lying theme here.
Yeah,
Connor, you
don't
see
lie.
it.
no, but I would say for the player, there's a lot of emotions that go into
Heck yeah.
because really, the agents don't know. They have an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, of course.
And so, man, there's there's surprise, there's heartache, and the advice always is, man, you'll always carry a little chip.
Yeah.
And because it's that next contract that really matters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or the next one. Or the next one.
Yeah, the next.
His next coach is like 2 days younger than him, potentially, if it's Kellen Moore. How's that going to work?
Are they announcing that this year or next year?
Yeah, we're the last spot open.
Shots fired.
we're checking for
I love your
day.
shoes, Coach. You
Listen,
look
we know the
swaggy,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Always.
we gonna have that
Hold
jump
on.
man on the side,
What,
regardless.
do you want to announce this? Do you know? I don't know what's going on.
No,
but
I
just know
don't
that
either, but I'm
he's the
golfing.
Same age
Coming
as
back to
Cam
New Orleans?
Jordan.
I'm golfing with Mickey,
Okay.
like literally
You'll give us
in
the scoop?
20 minutes.
Okay.
Where y'all playing at?
And over at New Orleans Country Club.
Well,
And,
thanks for the invite.
and well, look,
It's all good.
but
You know, Mark Bryce.
Let me ask
knows
you a
what-
couple questions where we have to let Cam go.
I think part of the deal is they have to wait for the Super Bowl to end.
Yeah.
So it's
it a
not
good fit?
It's not a secret. I don't know Kellen.
Okay.
I don't know Kellen.
Hey, all I know is when
That's-
you're sitting there golfing with Mickey, you know,
Not a
and-
ringing
and the
endorsement,
conversation,
Coach.
and the conversation.
No,
gets
I think he's real sharp, but
Okay.
but man, there's a standard here.
What's,
Did-
yeah. What is the ideal coach? Give me like the 3 characteristics for a New Orleans.
I don't think it has to be offense, defense, or special teams. I think it's someone that, and I always say this is, I'm at an age now where I'll get calls, and my response is the same. Find someone that can lead like everyone. Find someone that's authentic, creative. Find someone that we would do more stuff like.
and not afraid to make uncomfortable situations.
And don't be afraid.
Is that
to make,
him? He wasn't afraid to make a comfortable
That's right. We
situation?
would make it uncomfortable once in a while.
Yeah,
We'll shake some stuff up.
He got stories.
Yeah.
These two here showed me what a real coach and a player could be. You know, when you have that kind of rapport with each other early on in your careers. Mark was maybe like a second year in the league. Sean, 3 years removed from a Super Bowl, 4 years removed from a Super Bowl, and I'm a second year that's doing okay on defense, and I'm watching Mark Ingram and Sean Payton on the sidelines going after each other. I'm like, oh shit, we've got turmoil.
But no, that's
And that's just all just normal rapport.
That's my love language. And Bill used to say this because my old mentor coached his father.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
And Bill used to say, get worried if you don't hear from me. In other words, and so there were so many big games and big moments where these guys were involved. And then all of a sudden we went through an era where he and Kamara had like their locker room radio show.
I remember the
Yeah,
post games. I fell in
crazy
love.
stuff.
I fell in love with that.
And then we kind of invented the club dub. We've taken that
Yes.
to a new level in Denver. We had a DJ.
The choppa, the everything.
How you reinvent the wheel?
Yeah, like,
Hey, come on
make
now,
it
you
better.
just leave it as an original.
and how is it better than what we were doing? We
Yeah,
had
yeah.
J-Boo on crutches.
Right? No.
Just
We have
turn
all
it
of
up.
that,
Like,
but we've got live entertainment now. Like
live. You got an artist in there?
Listen,
real
listen,
DJ.
always thinking next level.
You don't have the artist in
I
there
think we have to
performing.
say
I
bye
have
to
the artist
Mark.
coming out of the smoke. Anyway,
Mark, we got to say bye to you. You got to go preach your responsibility.
you gotta go-
Yeah, man, make sure y'all gambling responsibly, man. Have a game plan, set your budget, stick to it.
what are you here selling?
American Gaming Association, coach, gamble responsibly.
Look, and so after
what are you
you
selling?
After you get done sweating about your parlays, whatever that is,
Are we saying
$1.39
bye,
billion
Mark?
worth of legal bets will be on the Super
Okay,
Bowl.
we
How
gotta-
about that?
Hey,
Mark, we
hey,
love
just
you.
know.
You stay though. We're still talking to
Selling
you
coffee.
too. Yeah.
You're
What
selling.
you selling?
Man, the good
I'm
news
selling
is
coffee. I'm enjoying coffee.
Love you.
Love you too.
I'm not here.
Congrats
My
on
boy.
everything. How proud
You
are
know
you
what
of
it
him with
is.
his Fox everything? He's killing it.
Hey, you are crushing it.
Thank you, coach.
All right.
All right, we'll be back with Cam Jordan,
Two.
Sean Payton,
Two.
Puka
My man.
Nacua, Bert Kreisher, DJ Moore, Roma, Odunze. All right, come over here.
you about to go golfing.
All right, I'm about to, out this
I'm
way?
literally
This
going
way?
right from here golfing.
Okay, so you two, now when he says, I don't want to get traded, and we're live, like, does that surprise you? Because to me, I'm like, that's something I'd have to consider. I'd have to consider pulling a
Here's the
Miles
thing,
Garrett.
we don't listen to
I
what
like
players
Saquon.
want.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
We're not like, how he feels is important,
Absolutely.
but
It's a business at the end of the day. And business decisions get made all
I
the
just
time.
think when I think, look at you, I know what you want. You want this.
Absolutely.
Okay, you
but
know,
I want specifically this with the
yes,
fleur-de-lis attached
understood.
to it.
You don't want it without it.
Well,
Oh, you just looked at that
I mean,
crazy.
again, what he just said, like if I get cut or traded, it won't be on my own accord.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted a black and gold Super Bowl, right?
This
But
is a
again,
great ring.
that's what I want.
Did you have a lot to do with this ring?
Tiffany.
How many notes did you give
No,
on this ring?
what they do is you get a committee. And so there's like 5 people, the GM, the owner, the head coach, the captains.
Yeah.
And then you spend a month, there's all these like little things that mean something.
Yeah.
Mrs. B was the one who said Tiffany, not Jolson's.
Really?
Yeah, because Tiffany is a little bit in the diamonds. So this one, if you notice it, it's not as big as the others, but it's way more expensive.
No, it's beautiful. That's one of my favorite ones.
Quality is crazy.
I'm glad you two are getting along.
We've always got along.
Have we never gotten along?
Well, listen.
We've always gotten along. It was a
I'm
little
not saying-
contested
Oh, I
when
don't
we played
even-
them on Thursday Night Football.
That's what I'm at. You and I would do such a great show together because you took me exactly where I wanted to freaking go. So after the game, you guys exchanged some sort of pleasantry.
Yeah.
I saw him after the game. I mean, we started Spencer.
Was that your most important, biggest win of the season?
No.
Wait, can I answer this one? It's a very Sean Payton answer. It was not the most important win of the season because it was just our next win of the season.
It was the next
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
I think
Dropped all my
this.
cards.
Here's what was important.
Yeah.
It was a Thursday night game. And so that helped because a Thursday night game means you're 24/7 consumed in the office. You're not getting sleep. You're sleep deprived. You fly Wednesday. You get in, and that helped eliminate the full week's buildup. And so I remember feeling like, man, I need more sleep.
Okay.
And after the team meeting Thursday morning, I took a nap, and then I went to the stadium 7 hours before the game. In other words, like as everyone showed up waiting for, I had been in there for 2 hours and just kind of walked the field. There was no one around, put a lamp up, and then studied the game plan.
Got it.
And
Wait, put a lamp up?
I don't know what that means. I just go.
No,
I know Cam's got to get yanked here in a second.
yeah, I was worried that the week and the build-up and the sleep.
You're a big sleep guy. How do you?
I don't even know how he sleeps.
He brings in a sleep doctor and displays
so I
how
would
poor
just
sleep
want
is.
to make sure I
Really?
was fresh.
Yeah.
And so-
like Old Spice Fresh. With
No,
24
total
hours
body
freshness.
freshness with
For our
24/7
Walter
fresh.
Payton
total
man
body
of the
freshness.
year. Now, do you need a coffee? What do you need? A water?
No, I have coffee.
Can we get a sport coffee
That's not-
for our
that's
friend
not-
here?
Vanilla.
You need some more coffee. French vanilla, please.
Ooh!
So
There we
then,
go. These are
then,
delicious. You're going to be,
push that.
you're gonna
Yeah,
be
sport
off
coffee.
wall drinking.
Then
I think we have to have Cam leave though, unfortunately.
but then
right?
we got
Gotta
into
go.
the game. Then it was like you knew you were on it.
Help me.
He's not. No. He's not
You're
done with his
yanking
story.
me.
You're gonna sit there.
Like, Cam-
taste the coffee and let me know how it tastes.
No, listen, I heard Cam, and I love this about him, but he knew that was going to be a game where, like,
No, let me say, I'm in Metairie. I'm sitting with Cam and I go, you know you play Sean. And he goes, oh, you mean I play him week this Thursday night at 3 p.m., blah, blah, blah. He knew the
That's
time.
what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
He knew this in August.
he had it all down.
Yes.
And I saw that,
You
and I thought,
crushed
you're
his soul.
damn right.
I know.
attention.
I sent it to you.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, and so, I think when it ended, it was emotional, really. It was like a, and then I ended up staying because I have a place here.
Yes.
And then I remember just going home and wanting something to eat and just wanting to rest.
I remember wanting
Oh, I have
all my players to be healthy. I remember like half our team was depleted. But, you know,
Cam,
anyways.
Cam,
always
we
love
love
Coach.
you. We love everything
Come here.
you're doing.
Come here.
Nice. We're
My
so
God.
I love
proud
you
of
too.
you. The world is your oyster. I can't wait to see what's all ahead.
You know what I'm saying? In 2 years when I retire, then I'll be calling you, Sean, for a job. I'm like, hey,
Listen.
I see it's Saints West. Bring me into it.
Come here. I love you.
Smell this.
Always my guy.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, it's
Not
man.
bad.
No, it's very good.
All right,
Are you
buddy.
leaving this?
For you.
Yeah.
He needs
Keep
it
that
for
total
golf.
body freshness complete.
Coach,
Is-
you have a couple more minutes for me?
Indeed.
I do.
I love your outfit. Who picked this out? I like this.
I did.
You did? You look great.
The only thing, yeah, I thought the top matched the swoosh.
I love the swoosh. I love the golf. I love the vibe. What's it like to be the king in New Orleans this week? What's it like to be back?
It's always great to come back. When you spend 17 years somewhere, which is really longer, like throughout my lifetime, you know, we moved a few times as a kid. You know, I'm from Chicago, just like you. But 17 years, it's from the bellman you see, it's from the person on the street, the lady that's selling coffee. It's every individual you come across, there's like a connection. And so this will always be home.
I was gonna say, it's almost like a weird question to ask you. It's not like you left, right? You still have a place here. You have big ties.
100%.
You're running around. You're wearing the ring. You're gonna represent the city super well. Last time I saw you in person was obviously training camp with Bo. But here on this Super Bowl set, the Lombardi was here. We were talking about you wanting to fall in. It was a line. It went viral. You want to fall in love. You want to fall in love with the quarterback in the draft. You hadn't even started your draft process yet.
Right.
You have your guy. Insane rookie season. How would you describe where you two are in your love relationship right now?
Yeah, I would say in a great spot, and it's a credit to it's a credit to him. Here's one of the biggest challenges in our business is the narrative maybe of the scouting bus that's already begun, mock drafts and all of that, and so all of the things that you read or we read and heard about this player, so many of them were inaccurate. He wasn't going to be trade taken till this point. He only throws the underneath ball. I think he finished third in the NFL with 20-plus yard completions. He's extremely athletic. He's 6'2". So you have to have enough conviction to tune out the noise. And that was easier to do 20 years ago. But as soon as this internet came, and in a good way, in an entertaining way, along came with it, man, a lot of white noise. And so we felt real strong after his workout.
What was it? What was the one thing that you were like, yep?
Well, his arm strength was fantastic. He was the most accurate passer in the history of college football.
What a grown-up, too.
He's got like size 11 hands, so he's never fumbled at Oregon. He never fumbled, knock on wood, for us. He doesn't take sacks. I think he finished fifth. Guys that take sacks, or a lot of them, it's hard to overcome. That's like a penalty, loss of down. And players that take sacks in college generally take them in the NFL. So when we started looking at his like negative play differential, it was first in the class. He was first in the class, third down. We took out all the short throws. First in the class, ended 2 minute. First in there were all these things pointing to this guy's going to be real successful. So we go for his pro day, and then the next day we have a private workout. And what we do with a private workout with all these guys, at 5 o'clock the day before, we email them 3 days of like installation. So a lot of volume.
Insane. Okay, a phone book.
And then we're going to be there the next morning at 9 a.m. So it's consistent. They all get it at 5, and we're there at 9 a.m. And I'd never been to Oregon. And you can tell he'd been studying, and he's in the classroom, and there's a group of us firing questions, and he's like hitting it, right? And you could tell he's been working at it. And so we're going to spend an hour and a half in this meeting, and then we're going to go throw. And I'm getting bored now, like, because he's getting all the answers right. And he's got a backpack sitting by the desk. And I'm like, what's in your backpack? And he pulls out his turf shoes. And then he pulls out his field or grass shoes. And I'm like, what else? And then he pulls out like one of those little mini vibrators. And I'm like, what else? What else? And everything, like, there wasn't a Tootsie Roll. There wasn't like one vice.
No little vice, nothing.
Not a little.
No big league
tobacco.
chew, no nothing, no zins.
And then I'm like, I turned it upside down and shook it, and tape fell out. And I was like,
this is my guy.
This guy's Richie Cunningham.
This is when you fell, this is when you fell in love.
No,
Richie
but it
Cunningham.
was. So then, we went on the field. We'd seen all the college film, Auburn.
Yeah.
You'd seen all the Oregon film. You break it up, and then we threw. And there's some things that you pay attention to. You know, the day before was the pro day for Oregon. So all the players were ready for the pro day. And here is the day after, and all of his team is there for this individual workout.
It matters. All these little things check the box. All these little things are
They check the
important
box.
too. Yeah.
And so we're watching the throws, and probably, there's a point after the 28th, we're going to throw 70 balls, but I just remember turning to George saying, this is who we're taking.
It doesn't feel like the honeymoon phase is over. Like you two are just still in this, like you are proud of him for all of these things. Is there something that you cannot wait for it to work
His
on
growth,
with him going
his
into
numbers,
Yeah.
his numbers in so many areas were so strong for a rookie that like his growth curve you'll see very quickly. I think the one surprise, because he didn't run at the combine or he didn't shuttle, he had a turf toe. And I couldn't figure out, like, why wouldn't this guy do that? Because on film he looks, but I would say he was much faster than even we expected, like as a runner.
Faster.
And
Love
so,
that.
yeah, he can run. So the three of these quarterbacks we have Jared Stidham,
Of course.
Zach Wilson,
And they're all buddies.
and they all get along.
Yeah.
Their wives get along. And so we were in Cabo a week ago, and McVay and his wife were there. We kind of have everyone over at the house. We had a McVay rule in Cabo. He couldn't talk to Bo Nix.
It makes sense. Separate rooms. No, cannot talk to each other.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know
But-
what that means.
Yeah, because I think that's where
The Cabo thing? I know.
Cabo thing.
I know.
All right. And then we went golfing the next day, the quarterbacks. And as much as I love these guys as quarterbacks, they're awful golfers. I'm like, I don't know who we're beating as a team collectively.
Luckily, that's not what you have to do. You
They
beat
don't
a lot
have to
of
do
teams.
that.
You beat a lot more teams this year as the Broncos than everyone thought, actually. You had a huge FU to anybody setting any prediction, any over-under madness, any bull.
Well,
you killed it,
we would
and I
pull up.
loved this FU for you.
Yeah, we would pull up occasionally in a meeting. Oh, there's like 28 outlets, and we'd just show them that. But there's something dangerous about a young team, because they are a little bit like they don't know what they don't know, and when I say a young talented team, especially with a chip on its shoulder.
Yeah.
And so certainly we played on that, and
Gosh, Coach, you seem really happy.
and we're
And
going
that
to be
face,
listen.
I know.
We're going to be a problem.
I know. You've been a problem to even these Chiefs that are in the Super Bowl. I do want to ask you, you're talking about the youth of the team. There's some really interesting, you fell in love with your quarterback, you got him. Now we got the
We
draft.
felt like we had a good rookie class.
The culture, everything that you've done in such short time, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like, now I want you to, I love Cortland. Great veteran, insane, amazing. I know you love him too. What are we looking to fall in love with here in the next couple of months? Are we going? Can I tell you what I think?
It's
you
a
should
fair
do?
question though,
Thanks.
because we do the evaluation of our team.
Yeah.
And the purpose of that is then to establish what we call musts, needs, and wants.
Must, needs, wants. Okay.
So who are our musts?
Your must, you need a veteran wide receiver. That's what I think. I'd
All
like
right.
to see you.
I would say we need a joker.
You need a Reggie Bush.
An interior, and a joker now can be a tight end or a running back that has exceptional. We were spoiled here.
Yeah.
When you think about it, all right, you had Reggie, you had Jimmy Graham, Jeremy Shockey,
Yeah.
Darren Sproles, Alvin Kamara. Those are interior, either tight ends or running backs
Jokers.
that they have to be elite receivers that play tight
Understood.
end or running back.
Got you.
And then you get the matchups, and we had quite a few of them here, because you're getting too high defense and you have to work the inside, and so I
Where
think
does a veteran wide receiver go in which bucket?
a
Want?
veteran wide receiver fits in a need,
Not a
and yet,
must-have.
man, I would say we're stronger there than some would think.
Okay.
A Devon Bailey, Troy Franklin. There's a number of receivers that we drafted a year ago. We'll look closely through the middle, inside linebacker, safety. There'll be a few other positions, but
So you're looking to fall in love with an inside guy. I thought you might want the Reggie Bush to sort of be the rug that ties the room together as well.
I'm all about that.
You're interested maybe in the draft?
Maybe.
That's sort of what I'm thinking, I'm hoping.
Because you have to also, in this equation, you have to say, all right, what's the draft look like? And then what's free agency look like? And try to figure out the puzzle as to where we find these pieces.
Right. Okay, love that. I wanted to get to one other, and you have to go golf. Who are you golfing with, by the way?
Mickey Loomis.
You're just you and Mickey? No.
No, Mickey
Everybody?
Loomis, Michael Whalen. Benzel canceled on us.
Okay.
And so...
I have a couple quick hitters if you have time. Do you have to go? If you have to go, that's fine.
No,
you sure?
quick hitters, let's go.
Quick hitters. Okay, I wanted to first just show you. I think the control room has it. I want to show them the Mims play. I want to show you my favorite play call of the year. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's week 18, Kansas City. Can we see it, please? It is the first, you dial up this, I brought this up to Mims. He, I tried to credit him for the acting job. He gave you all the credit. Talk me through this insane script.
Yeah, so I would say one player that we saw grow exponentially this year would be Marvin Mims. We saw him as a great returner a year ago, a Pro Bowl returner. And there was a series of games this year where this player as a receiver just got better and better and better. And so it's an early drive starter, a little play action. There's some yah-yah with this play, right? I mean, we're in the perfect city for this play. And and he's one of those elite players with the ball in his hands. So if he's an elite returner, let's create a return on offense.
I love that play. I loved everything you have coming your way. I want to ask you a little bit about the Chiefs. You have success against them. You know how to take them. You know how to game plan. What is it like? Do you believe in the Mahomes fourth quarter magic? Everybody's saying it comes down to the fourth quarter. What do you feel like in the fourth quarter with Mahomes out there?
Well, I think I think it's pretty simple. Confidence from a player is born out of demonstrated ability, and so Patrick has done that, and he's done it again. And he's done it again. And so there's a confidence then internally with the player, but more importantly with his teammates. Mm-hmm. And so we've seen it historically with Montana. We've seen it with Brady. We've seen it with some of these elite players who late in the game expect it because it's happened.
It's all here.
And so you can't fake confidence. You can't say, hey, I want to be confident. You have had to have demonstrated that I've done this in this moment and I can do this again. And so when you go into playing a player like that, it's everything to make sure he doesn't have the ball last. Because you know, when you play a team like that, you're going to have to score points. 2 weeks later, you might play a team and feel real comfortable punting late in the game.
Can't with
playing
him.
Defense. I don't think
you have to adjust everything to him.
Yeah, well, it just changes your mindset. And we were fortunate. We had a game this past year with a field goal block that was devastating.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
But they weren't going to have the ball last.
Sean's head when it's close there with him.
Yeah. Well,
because you're just as confident. You've also done it.
No, that's right. But when that game ended, it was a loss. But anyone that was at that game saw how that game unfolded and saw how Knicks played. And I remember the Wednesday our team came back, I put a clip together of my 5 most difficult losses. And
of your life? What do you mean?
Yeah. The 5 most difficult losses. We were at Indiana State. We lost a close game. The no call by far. All right, crazy, right? But I told him, I said, look, I don't have enough time in this meeting to put on tape the great wins. And so throughout your time as a player, you're going to have to get back up off the mat. And hopefully when your career's over with, your great wins that reel's going to be a lot longer
Coach.
than your difficult losses. This is part of the deal. This is what we signed up for.
Unbelievable. What do you think what does it come down to before we let you go? What does it come down to this game?
I think there's a significant edge in the kicking game for Kansas City. And I said it 2 years ago with
This is why I
Fox.
love you. You're so crazy.
No,
really?
Well, Tobe's one of the better special teams coordinators, and it's not a sexy storyline. And so when I said it on Fox 2 years ago, here it is, fourth quarter, and there goes Tony with a 41-yard punt return that set up the leading score. So I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I think we got two of the better defenses playing. I think we got two of the better defensive coordinators coaching in Spagnuolo and Fangio. And so I'm not allowed to talk about over and unders and all that
I know
kind of
that.
stuff. But just
You
pay
can talk about those
attention.
Spags blitzes, though, and what,
Yeah.
you know,
so I
how
think it's going
unique
to be a
they
lower
are.
scoring game.
Okay.
And I think the margin, I do think this Philadelphia team is better than the Philadelphia team they played 2 years ago in the Super Bowl. This is a better Philadelphia team, and I think the kicking game can be significant.
And if you gave me like one or two sentences on what you think about the narrative that Patrick gets all the calls.
I don't think that's a narrative we're frustrated with. The narrative our league's frustrated with is, has the officiating kept up with the pace of play?
It's a great point.
In other words, man, this game's faster. It's quicker. It's difficult to officiate. And so I don't subscribe to that at all. I think they've earned everything they've gotten. Last night we had dinner, and man, when you see the Chiefs receivers were at dinner at Desi Vegas Steakhouse.
okay.
And I was jealous for them. I went over, we chatted, we laughed, what have you, and I thought, man, you know how exciting it is to be at a position dinner. And I kind of was paying attention to, you know, they were just eating, you know, they had practice today. And I thought, I need to buy them this dinner. So I said, you know, Andy should have given you his credit card when our players went out.
Are you kidding?
Well, our players went out to eat in Miami, and I remember giving Breeze the credit card, and I said, don't do too much damage. And he stopped at $10,000.
Okay.
And so I had to peek over. It was just the receivers, and I know Desi Vega really well.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I bought the receivers
You
dinner.
bought them dinner?
The Chiefs receivers.
How many
yeah.
receivers?
There's, I think, 8.
What was the bill?
It wasn't bad,
Tell me.
$1,900.
$1,900. You
Including
bought
mine.
the Chiefs
Yeah.
receivers dinner.
Yeah.
And that is a perfect way to end our talk.
Kill 'em with kindness.
With Coach of the Year nominee, well-deserved, should have. I know that's not your goal. Your goal is another one of these, and it's coming your way to a Denver Broncos team. Your coach, thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely.
Go give him hell on the golf course. I don't
We're
even know
going
what that
to.
means. But all right, we'll be
Come on.
back. Oh, Bert Kreischer's here. Do you know Bert?
Who?
Bert Kreischer? Bert!
Hey!
Okay.
You guys got to stop running into each other like this.
So good seeing you. So good seeing you. We're still live
We're
on.
live. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Hi.
Wait, was that my Old Spice?
No,
I get the same Old Spice.
Come on, Kim
Hold on,
Jordan
let me
just
get this
left
for
it.
you. Yeah, I understand. Hi, Demario. There we go.
Jeez.
Come here,
How are
Double
you?
D.
How you doing?
I'm so good. You look amazing.
good to see you. How you doing?
Where's Victoria?
Come on.
Right back there. Everyone's back there. Backstage is
Is
hysterical.
it amazing?
Look at
we
you
love
guys,
it.
man.
Oh, my God.
How you doing?
I'm blessed, bro.
Demario, I love you. It's so good to see
Invite me out to the
you.
course, man.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I need
Okay.
a personal invite.
Can I have Bert?
Michael's beer.
Are there Bert cards? I have Mark cards.
You good?
Coach,
I'm running out. I'm going
You leaving?
right now. Hey, this is the beer man story. All right, runs a 40, 4.38. They signed him. He was working for Budweiser.
No Bert cards.
He became a Pro Bowl punt
Thank you.
returner for the New Orleans Saints.
are
Here's
you
a song.
serious?
What is this?
Beer man.
How
Hey,
you doing? Beer Man's where you got me.
It's an unbelievable story.
For real?
He was working
Okay.
2 doors down.
Okay, my next guest is the reason waterproof mascara was invented, and I've got it loaded on, people. The funniest guy around, comedian, actor, podcast host, blue nail polish, flip-flop wearing Bert Kreisher, who has a special called Lucky that everybody's going to watch on Netflix on March 18th, and you have a big show this Saturday.
Oh, it's a wild show.
Let's talk about it.
Crazy. Well, it's me, Nikki Glazer, Tony Hinchcliffe, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil, and then a surprise guest who's an Eagles fan and likes Bud Light. I won't say his name, but we know who that is.
I love that you just saw Coach Payton. I think he's coming Saturday.
Coach Payton, so, okay. So I go backstage,
Okay.
Gronk's holding court.
Oh,
okay?
gosh.
Gronk's coming out,
Oh,
he's gonna
boy.
be here in a second. Gronk's holding court. And he's watching Coach Payton talk. And now when I went back, I introduced myself to everyone in the green room. Coach Payton's daughter, Megan's back there.
Of course, Meg.
Beautiful,
Love her. We love
lovely
her. We love you,
young
Meg.
lady. And Gronk's like, talking to her, doesn't know it's Coach Payton's daughter, and he goes, this guy won't shut up. He's like, how long is this interview gonna go? Man, I work with this guy, he's a talker. Am I right? And Megan's just like, yeah, he talks a lot, yeah, he's a not a big listener, and whatever. And Gronk goes, who are you? She goes, I'm his daughter, and Gronk goes, oh my God. Dude, yeah. This is the fun about these weeks is that the interactions are wild. We just met the beer man.
Which beer man?
When Coach Payton was telling us about the guy that was delivering beer, ran a 444, whatever, and played for the Saints. It's wild.
I don't even know who you're talking about. Mark Ingram or
the guy next to him.
Josh Jacobs, Cam Jordan?
No, the guy next to him.
I don't even know. There's so many people here.
Yes, yeah.
Who is your dream list? Who
What?
is it? A running back?
No, he was just on the set with us.
Oh, Demario Davis.
No, the other guy. I don't know.
There are
I didn't
so
go to
many
sleep
guys.
until late last night. My blood pressure's up.
It's
I got
okay.
2 IV bags.
Give me you have the party in your genes. You are perfect for New Orleans. Give me like the one rule to live by in surviving something of this scale all week long.
The key to New Orleans is hydration. I'm telling you right now, stay hydrated and you will last. Coffee is a must. No, I've had too much caffeine. You can see how red my face is. But hydration, that's the key. And don't do Coke. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Don't do Coke.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Why not?
That's a great
Yeah,
question.
like why not Duke? I'm kidding.
No, honestly, I'll tell you the only reason I say to my kids is you don't know what's in it. And it's not, they're not putting stuff in it.
Victoria?
They're cutting Coke on tables where they're doing other stuff.
Nothing like talking about cocaine and other stuff with Bert Kreischer live on Media Row. I need your wish list. You have this amazing show, great guests. You got Hinchcliffe and Glazer, a secret special guest. You don't know who'll show up. If you could pick 3 people that you know are swirling around New Orleans this week to be backstage watching your show, who are you inviting?
Well, that's crazy, because last year, the 3 people showed up. It was Jelly Roll, Guy Fieri, and Nate Diaz.
That's insane. That is insane.
That was wild. I would love, I got to be honest with you, I think my wish list is going to be there. I mean, we have the craziest group. That's why I do these shows at Super Bowls, because the after party, I remember the first year, it's me, Gabe Davis, Bussin' with the Boys, Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, Christian McCaffrey, and Taylor Heineke.
That's insane.
And we're all sitting back there, and I said to Christian McCaffrey, 20 grand, do you think I could catch you? Like in this room, do you think I could catch you?
I remember this from last year.
And then he just, a couple beers in him, and he goes, buddy, the greatest athletes in the world train all year long, you get paid millions of dollars to catch me, and they can't catch me. But those interactions, my wife chugging beers with the Chiefs offensive line, like that's why we do these shows. Look, comedy is what we love doing, but it's those post parties where we get to meet these heroes. And I mean, like Gronk, I'm friends with Gronk now because I did a show last year in Vegas.
And the roast.
Oh my God.
You guys talked since the roast?
What's so funny? No, we haven't. What's so funny is Gronk, I read everyone's prompter. There's a video of me reading prompter, but I was reading Gronk's prompter. He was misreading it.
He's the
and
best.
It was still funny. He was misreading his prompter, and it was still getting huge laughs. I was like, he is just a genius.
Who do you think the funniest NFL player is that you've actually talked to, met, whether it's being clever or being quippy or whatever you want to...
Oh,
who's the funniest? Is it Gronk?
It's Gronk.
Should we bring Gronk out?
Yeah, bring Gronk out.
Hey, Gronk!
Gronk, come on out!
Let's bring out Fox analyst.
Putting my wallet away so it doesn't get robbed.
He's waiting his turn, talking shit about Sean Payton. Rob Gronkowski. Is he coming out?
Oh.
Hi, Gronk!
Yes, sir, Bert!
Gronk, take your credential off. Good to see you. How
How
you?
you doing, Kay?
I'm good.
Great to see you too. Bert, how you
What's up,
doing, my
buddy?
man?
I
Okay,
love
what
you.
a blast we had in the green room.
Let's grab your.
I saw Bert, and the last time I saw him was at the roast, and he was looking really good. And then I looked at him, I'm like, bro, what happened to you? Why is your face so red? How many lobsters did you eat last night? Because you look like a
Every
lobster
time I
right
see
now.
him, he goes, "Why is your face so
Yeah.
red?" I go, "I don't know. High blood pressure."
Yeah,
I partied last night.
No sleep, high
No
blood
sleep.
pressure, but you got 2 IV bags. Yeah, you're
I benched
running on
315.
coffee. Running on coffee as well. And he benched 315. When was that? Yesterday.
When?
2 days ago.
What was the bet? Who
I
made
bet
that challenge?
Some of the boys said I couldn't bet 320 by Thursday. So on Thursday, tomorrow morning, I get to the gym at 9:30 and I'm going to try to bench 320.
Do you have a tip for him? What's like the best tip to even do that?
Well, if I tried benching 320 right now, I think it would fall on my chest. So it's impressive. How old are you?
52.
52, and he's benching 320 pounds. I did 225 about 2 weeks ago. I got 9 reps.
Okay.
And that would probably be equivalent to about 280, 290 if I maxed out. So that's impressive, man. I got to get on his regimen.
But tell
whatever he's
her
doing.
my secret.
Your workout plan.
Tell her my secret.
I can't tell you. Tell her your secret. That's
I want to
on
know.
you. You got to tell her.
Is it
Testosterone.
what? What is
Testosterone.
it? Testosterone.
I'm a
Is
lot
it
of it.
really?
I'm a lot of it. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't even know
yeah.
what that
Oh, yeah.
means. Like, is that
Oh, yeah.
legal?
It's
Not
lean
how
stuff.
south of the border?
No, it's legal.
Really?
Yeah, it's every NFL player's dream, but it's 100% totally
Oh, who can do more push-ups
illegal.
between the two of you?
It's
Right
gotta be
now?
Gronk. It's got to be Gronk.
I can probably do like 24 push-ups.
Oh, I
right
could
now.
do 50.
50?
Should we do some push-ups?
This guy's like Superman. Like, look
No,
at
but
it.
I don't know. Man, I'm not going to do 50 now. 'cause I
Richard
gotta bench
wants to do
320 tomorrow.
push-ups.
I'm
Yeah,
going
you
to tap
don't
out.
want to wear
I
it
don't
out.
want.
You
I don't
wear
want
out
to
that
see any
chest.
push-ups.
Yeah.
That's cringy, in my opinion. Who can lift the most? Who's the most impressive specimen that you've ever seen in every locker room that you've been in?
Oh, I would say the offensive linemen, they're always just insanely beastly. But Vince Wilfork was
I
just
knew
an
you were gonna
absolute
say that.
animal. I mean, he didn't even like train that hard. Like, he just walked in the weight room and then just tossed up like 450 pounds on the bench.
Yeah.
And then just walked out and was like, oh, I'm good. And I was like, yeah, you are good, man. You just tossed up 450 pounds. You don't need to do any more than that. And he's just a freak of an athlete. And how athletic he was for being his size at the defensive tackle position was just superb to watch. Like, it was like something special. And interceptions, how many did he have in his career? 2 of them.
Yeah, he's
Almost brought one
unbelievable.
back to the house. So
He's super scary,
incredible.
in my opinion.
He
You guys
is.
are here. You're both super funny. You guys saw each other at the roast. Tom Brady's calling the game. What did you make of his rookie year as a broadcaster, Bert?
Well, it's interesting. I loved it. Well, I love Tom Brady. So I love Ben Affleck. I love Ben Affleck. I love Matt Damon. You get your heroes at a certain age. You decide who your heroes are, right? When Tom Brady showed up that first year when he replaced Bledsoe, I was like, I like this guy. I was at the right age. I go, that's my guy. So Tom Brady's never.
Whoa, I didn't know that. I thought it was just straight up he came to the Bucks and like made your
Oh,
day.
no.
You're a mega
so
Bucks
I met
fan.
Tom Brady one time, and his hands are huge, and that was my takeaway.
Are,
Yes,
are they
huge
not?
hands.
Gronk's like,
Actually,
no,
yeah, no, they're
not
pretty
that
good
big.
size. Tom's bigger than what everyone thinks as well.
Yeah.
You know, prototypical quarterback people think like, oh, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", but you get next to Tom, he's about my height as well. He's about an inch or two shorter, and he's also pretty jacked
Yeah.
too. But he's got big qualities. He's got big hands. His feet are pretty big too. I think he's size 14.
The best is when we did the roast, we're backstage. These are my 2 takeaways.
Tell me.
These are my 2 takeaways. We did the roast, and Tom walked down the hallway, and everyone's getting hair and makeup. And Tom goes back to like whatever, I guess, locker room Tom was, and he starts roasting all his friends. Like as he's walking down the thing, me and Tom Segura are sitting there going like, oh, shut up. Tom, you think of this like prim and proper caged
do,
bird.
precious,
But
yeah.
then you see Tom Brady as like one of the boys, and you're like, oh.
But is it coming like off the dome or is he?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
a
Oh,
bit-
yeah.
No, really?
Oh, it was hysterical.
Oh, it was in the back. Yeah, it was off the dome.
What else is like a misconception about Tom Gronk? People do think Tom's this one way.
No, Tom's great. I mean, if you just
Yeah.
put Tom in a comfortable setting, that's what it's all about. Like, you know, you put him out in the public. I mean, everyone gets a little like, you know, little anxiety or like a little cringe, like, oh, you know, I can't really say that, do that. But if you get Tom in a comfortable setting, he's just great. He's just one of the guys, you know? He just rips it up with you. He's making fun of you. He can take any shot thrown at him as well. That's one thing that he can handle.
He can take a
And
joke.
I would say that that's what actually made him so great as well as a player, is that his mentality, his toughness in that aspect, he can handle anything said about him, and it just flies off of him. And he can take it, and he can also dish it as well. And it's fun. It's fun to be,
Maybe he'll
you
show
know,
up on
hanging out.
I'll tell you
Saturday.
what, I'll tell you the other cool thing about the roast. So we're all backstage. We're getting
Yeah.
ready to go on take stage. Now, I'm not nervous because it's what I do, but I can feel the energy back there is a little nervous. And Coach Belichick's back there. And I think I'm with you, Randy, and Julian, and Tom Segura, and maybe Andrew Schultz.
This is so insane that that's even a thing.
Bert was a little, out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so I go, hey, Coach Belichick, how about like a pregame pump up? Do you remember this? I go, how about a pregame pump up? Like, give us a speech. He just goes, do your fucking job.
And everybody just went crazy.
And I was like, oh shit. And I remember Julian goes, yeah, do your fucking job.
Yeah, and then after it's all said and done, the after party, all of that, everything was like perfectly fun and like what a night.
Oh, it was a blast.
Who's the next person who should be roasted? Let's put our heads together. Bert has an idea.
I
Go.
know who I want.
Who?
Who's that?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
Tiger Woods?
Yeah. Dude, show everyone you're human. Like look, Tom Brady's got a pass. He went out and said, have fun with it. And everyone did. And people made careers off of that night. I mean, careers. And do Tiger Woods. I would love to see Tiger Woods.
Who do you want to see?
I was talking to Jeffrey Ross actually about a couple weeks ago at the fight in Dallas, and he actually brought up Tiger Woods to me. He's like, we gotta roast someone. He's like, how about you? I was like, I kind of already got fully roasted at the Tom Brady roast.
You
so
kind of did, and you
check me
handled
off
it so
the list.
well.
I already did it, but I will be a part of whatever roast that you're gonna do next. And he brought up Tiger Woods as well, and I can't really think of a better guy than Tiger Woods. So I'm on the same page as you, Bert.
Okay, so we're asking who? Netflix? We're asking all the people to get it going with Tiger Woods. We'd love to see it. I think it's so interesting that you're basically because that's just what you have to be. You have to be like that kind of a guy. If we're looking at the game on Saturday, you're kicking it off with your amazing show here. I think it starts at 7.
7
right
at
here in New
UNO
Orleans.
Lakefront Arena.
Where is it?
UNO Lakefront Arena.
UNO Lakefront Arena. Nikki Glazer, Tony Hinchcliffe, Adam Wright. Tons of you guys can get tickets. You can check out Bert's tour dates at bertbertbert.com. And then we have the game. I need you to break it down, Bert. What do you think? What are you thinking between these Chiefs and these Eagles?
Dude, I don't know, like, as part of a dynasty, do you appreciate what the Chiefs are doing? Or I think everyone else looks at the Chiefs and like, enough.
But everybody just hates the Super Bowl. How do you feel about that? It's like
Everyone hates the Super Bowl.
Everyone's like, I'm not watching. I don't want the Chiefs to win. I hate, like people hate the fan base of the Eagles. Are you?
First of all, I'm interested in your perspective, but look, the Taylor Swift Kelsey thing is so like on top of everything that like. But I love Taylor Swift, and I love the Kelsey brothers. I love Travis Kelsey. He's the sweetest guy in the world. He is the sweetest guy in the world. I want him to do great, but I really want the Eagles to win.
What do you think?
I think there's going to be one key factor to this game if the Philadelphia Eagles want to win, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line. 2 years ago when they played against them, they didn't really put that much pressure on Mahomes. And when we beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs when I was in Tampa, we absolutely destroyed the front five of their offensive line. And then also we put so much pressure on him that it kind of rattled him in the pocket. He was running around, throwing the ball all over the place, having no completions on some of the drives, 3 and outs, all that good stuff. And that's why we dominated them. So if they want to win, the Eagles, they got to put pressure on Mahomes. I just keep saying Mick Holmes. I don't know where that's coming from.
I like it, Mick Holmes.
Mick Holmes, but they got to put pressure on Patrick and rattle him in that pocket if the Philadelphia Eagles want to win this game.
People hated the Patriots, but remember, Dynasty. It was 20 years, though, right? This is like a short order.
People hate Boston. It's
you don't think
no.
Yeah, but there's
Boston guys.
fatigue, right?
You lived in Boston. Boston guys can be exhausting. They never stop telling you they're from Boston. They are so passionate about the Red Sox and the Patriots. Look, who do you think is the most exhausting human being in the world? A guy from Texas, a guy from New York, or a guy from Boston? They can be exhausting. A Texas guy will not stop letting you know he's from Texas. A New York guy will not stop. I mean, it's Boston guys.
Who's most exhausting, Texas, Boston, or New York?
Oh, man.
Those are good
You're making
ones.
some good points. You're actually spot on as well, because wherever I am, say if I'm in Florida or I'm in Europe or something, and someone's from the New England area, they always come up to me and their opening line is, hey, Gronk, I'm from Boston. I'm from Boston. It's like, hey, I'm from Buffalo, and then they get thrown off.
Dude, I don't wear Red Sox hats. I won't wear a Red Sox hat, because if you run into a dude and you have a Red Sox hat and he's from Boston, you're done. Your ear is getting beaten up.
You can't
Dude, you
even do
see
it.
the game? Go, dude.
We love it. I'm trying to think about the fatigue, though, with the Patriots. Did that affect you at all? Like, if you're the Chiefs, you're, like, wanting to do this historic thing, win 3 in a row, and people are tired of seeing it. You had that fatigue. Did it affect you at all? Did it infiltrate you?
Not really, because you start learning how to, deal with that, that type of level of success as well. And then, you kind of start
People hate
axing out
success.
other things
People hate success.
on top of it. So yeah, people are coming at you. You're doing so many appearances. You're doing this radio
Yeah.
show, and then you start saying no to a lot of things in your life if you want to continue that success. And I kind of feel like that with the Kansas City Chiefs as well. You got to be very particular in what you do leading up to the Super Bowl and leading up throughout the whole entire season. So that fatigue won't kick in. But if you're still doing little appearances, you're still doing so many talk shows as a player during the season, that's what's going to really fatigue you. And then getting asked those questions on a nonstop basis and answering them all the time, you know, it's going to start wearing down on you, and then it starts affecting you out in the field. So the Chiefs do a great job, you know, at figuring out, you know, what type, you know, the media that they should be doing, when they should be available and all that, so they don't get worn down and fatigued.
But I'm just talking about the fans.
The fans? No, I mean, you block that noise out. I mean, with the Patriots, Coach Belichick always said there's 4 sayings right on the door right when you walked in, and one of them was, hey, block out the outside noise. And if you block out the outside noise and you just focus on what's going on inside the building and what you got to do at practice, then all that outside noise doesn't matter, and it's everyone just chitter-chattering and just making up stories, making up headlines, and if you just focus on yourself, you can get the job done. And I feel like the Chiefs do a great job with that as well, and that's why they're at where they're at because of that reason. That's why they're about to go for a 3.
Last one for you, Bert. Your Bucks. Any thoughts on them? You had him. You got the championship. You had Tom Brady. What's ahead for you and your Bucks love? Hopefully they can get back. Are you?
So I love the way Baker Mayfield plays football.
Obsessed with it?
I love recklessness. It's why I love Jameis Winston. I don't need you to be the cookie cutter athlete that maybe Tom was. Like Tom was Tom though. That's him. I love that Baker. I want this, and you know, I want I want that energy. I want
Baker.
What is that?
you know, come on, baby, right here.
I got 2 words for you.
Suck it. I want that. And I'm excited because we got a little of that this year, and we're getting a lot of that next year from Baker.
You're getting a lot of. You love Baker.
I do love Baker.
Is reckless the way you describe him? Like first couple words.
As a quarterback, 100%. That's a great
That's a
way to
good thing.
describe him. Team player, you know, going all out, giving it his all, just kind of a dog as well. And a dog is reckless. Like, and not just a dog that, you know, a 5-pound dog that you're just petting at home. You're talking like he's a pit bull. He's a pit bull, yeah.
His ass is huge.
Okay.
That's the difference you can tell.
This is not the first time you've talked to me about Baker Mayfield's ass.
A pro athlete and a man.
Okay.
Is their butts.
Is their butt. And what is the advantage that Baker's butt gives him specifically?
Let's play a game.
Okay.
Close your eyes and you feel Gronk's butt and my butt, and you got to guess who is the pro athlete.
I mean, Gronk.
Well, Bert, you're on all that tea right now, man. You're looking jacked.
I haven't seen your butt in a bit.
You know, you're looking curvy. You're looking good, man.
I feel good.
You might have the bigger butt right now.
I feel good.
What is the
Just
weight
imagine it.
reduction
Who do you think has a bigger butt if you're just imagining
A bigger butt, Bert.
Yeah,
I think you have a lean. I think you have
I have just a crack in a
thinner
hole.
butt.
No, because I'm taller, so I'm like, I got
think-
more of like
yeah.
a long torso, so my butt isn't
Is a
as
wider
round.
butt what we're
Yeah,
looking
yours
for?
is wider as well.
What is the ideal quarterback butt?
A badonk.
But what do you mean? Like
you
a
want
Kim K?
You
Like, what are
want
we talking?
you want
Nah,
a dude who has
that's
a
too
tough
big.
time fitting in
They
khakis.
can't
Kim K's got
carry it
too
around
big.
that. It's too big.
She couldn't be a quarterback. Who has the best? Which quarterback of the 32 has the best butt?
Now I want to see Bo Nix's butt now. After hearing Coach Payton talk about his hands.
Can we get Bo Nix's ass on line 2, please? Bo Nix's ass on line 2.
Hands are like. There's just a difference between these guys and then this. Like their hands, everything's just different. Like it's.
Now I thought you were talking about boobs. We've got you did this.
No.
Now I'm confused. Okay, we're gonna take a short break. Again, tell us about the special and what we can expect.
Specials March 18th. It's called Lucky. It's streaming on Netflix. And then we're at the UNO Lakefront Arena. Me, Nikki, Adam Ray, Tony Hinchcliffe, and
like
a
to
special
come.
guest. Well, I got you.
Yes,
I got
love
you.
to
Hey, my
come.
dad will be
I
there.
love
Your
your
dad-
team.
I know,
Pull him up on stage.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, that would be so amazing. I'm so excited for you, all the things. And we are manifesting the roast of Tiger Woods starring these two and their motley friends. We're going to take a short break here. We're going to say bye to Bert. You and me are going to go play some prop-a-shot,
Let's do
apparently,
it.
and settle a score.
Love
Thank you,
it.
Bert.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
That was great.
You're so great. right, back at Up and Adams on Media Row. This is Rock Gronkowski. I am in 6-inch heels, and I still look like a 6-year-old. And this is Garrett, who's filling in for Matthew Hamilton today. Now, we've been playing Prop-A-Shot with FanDuel Sportsbook all season long. Gronk, I've been kicking your ass, so I thought I'd give you a little gift in honor of the Fox Super Bowl.
Yep. So Kay went 2-4 last week. Gronk went 3-4. So the difference, you're only up 2 now, Kay.
What's the total score?
34-32.
34-32. Got it. This went from 28-3 really quickly. You came back.
There's still a chance.
I gotta say, man,
There's still a chance.
you crushed it.
Yeah, you were up 28-3, but the game was never over.
I am Kyle Shanahan. I forgot my playbook in my
With 2 minutes left
backpack.
in the game, I'm always going to be alive, and I'm always going to be ready for that deep ball just to get 6 up on the board like that.
Oh God, he's gonna Gronk spike. I'm gonna have a black eye. I see it all coming in the next 3 seconds. What do we got?
We got. So you can make up 1 point here, Gronk. You're going to go first.
let's do it.
1 point. 1 point. We're doing real Super Bowl Prop-A-Shot up there.
This is real proper
show you
shot.
guys.
It should be for 2 points. That's ridiculous.
There are over
One point.
500 props for this Super Bowl. Eagles, Chiefs over on FanDuel Sportsbook. Get there, bet responsibly, have a good time. We've been doing it all season. You can see how much fun we're having. Go do your thing on FanDuel Sportsbook.
Okay. So, Kay, you're going to step off, and Gronk, you hit start when you're ready.
Why does he get to
Fire
go
away.
first? This is the collusion involved in this BS is unparalleled.
How does this game work? You get 2 minutes?
Hit it, and it's 1 minute.
All right, just 1 minute? All right.
Okay, ready, guys? Let's count down.
Long bomb is how many points?
2.
Oh, you're on.
Whoa!
I'm going for the long bomb. Go for the screen. Screen pass. This running back can't catch.
Just pop out on the side, too.
There we go.
There's a secret 99-yard one.
Yeah. Our receivers can't catch.
Can you guys cheer for Gronk? Go, Gronk, go!
Come on, cheer for me.
Louder! Go! Isn't that been a minute? Let's be honest here. This is absolute BS.
All right, that's 6 in a row. That's 7. Oh, there we go.
I'm really glad
I got it
that the regulator overlords on FanDuel Sportsbook are clearly not regulating. Okay, I get 7 minutes.
10, 9, 8,
7, 6.
Going deep.
Always clutch. Always clutch.
All right.
I gotta say, this is absolute BS. This entire thing, Garrett. But here we go. Good job.
400 is a good score. Gronk got 400. Kay, you got to beat 400.
I'm like Helen Moore right now. I need to do what?
Beat 400 to get this point.
It's just one worth. How do I start? How do I start?
You hit the start button when you're ready.
Okay.
50, 30, and 20.
Start again. Start it.
There you go.
Hold on, that one counts.
Go. All right, I'll add 20 to it. You gotta get it like in the hole.
You get it in the hole.
It took me a while, but I finally did. And then
I'm not gonna get a single one. Gronk was
There
a
you
gift
go.
to you.
All right, you got 30 plus 20, so you're at 50. So you said this counts for 1 point. No, 2 points, right?
This is a 1 point.
1 plus 1. That's still 1 point. Just
Oh!
add another point.
There's a 1 in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Go, Kay.
I can't do it.
Kay, you're doing great. Come on, Just throw it deep.
Throw it deep.
Close your eyes. Throw a Hail Mary.
Oh my gosh,
Go
this is so
bomb.
much harder than I thought it would be.
NFL blitz. Go bomb. Hurry. Oh.
Am I done?
Over.
Oh, Brian.
That was a good try.
Whew, Gronk wins. So,
Congratulations.
what
Not bad.
does this mean?
This means Gronk now has 33 points to your 34. Let's head back to the stage to do real Super Bowl Prop-A-Shot.
Score for Prop-A-Shot season long is
Thank
30
you, Dad.
what?
It's got a point in Prop-A-Shot.
What is it, Garrett?
33-34.
Okay, and Garrett, are you coming up here to do this? Okay, let's do it. Gronk's sitting down. We've been doing it all season. This is our final one. We will find out what happens on Sunday. It is a Gronk versus K Prop-A-Shot. I'm exhausted. What do you got?
33-34. We're going to go to UK first.
Okay.
So the line for Jalen Hurts passing this Sunday is 211.5.
Hold on, I got a question first. Is there different rules for the Super Bowl Prop-A-Shot? Like,
We already gave you a point, Gronk. What else could you want?
okay, fine. And I'm only down 1, so I just got to win, and then I take home the gold.
Gotta go
So
3
I'm
for
cool with it. I'm cool with
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so
So we're doing the same kind of thing. We're
All
each
right.
doing 3.
yeah, Jalen Hurts, 211.5, over or under K.
Oh, I think that they're going to do their thing against Saquon. He's going to have to throw. He's shown us that he can. 292 and 2 scores against the Steelers. That's the game in my head. He showed us a perfect game, best, most complete situation last week or 2 weeks ago, the NFC Championship game. I'm going to go well over this number on FanDuel Sportsbook. Over.
That's a good call. I would have taken the over there as well.
Over
How many pass
211.
yards did he throw for
NFC
last
Championship?
game in
That I
the
don't
championship?
know. It's a good question.
I mean, he didn't throw too many times, but he completed like a good amount of his
He's going to do his
passes,
thing,
so,
and he's
like-
going to have to.
Yeah, he's going to have to do his thing. That's a good choice.
All right.
Good pick. I got to give you some credit there.
Okay.
Gronk, other side for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes.
All right.
Over-under is 250.5.
Oh.
Over-under.
Oh, I mean, they got a stout defense over there on the Philadelphia Eagles, but I'm going to go under, with this situation. Actually, can I change my mind
You can
mid-pick?
do whatever you
I'm going
want.
to change my mind mid-pick because I don't think that they can run the ball against the Philadelphia Eagles, so they're going to have to figure out ways to pass the ball, and they're going to have to become creative with those dump passes to get it off, because that's kind of would be like their running game then. Just dish it off to a wide receiver for, on a quick pass, maybe a couple screens to the running back.
Okay.
So I think they're going to throw a lot of short passes as well to make up for their run game. So I'm going over 250.5 yards for Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Over 250 for Patrick. All right, Kay. Line for Travis Kelce receiving yards, 60.5. 60.
Oh.
For who?
Kelce.
Over, right? Gotta go over.
I mean, has he ever not come through in a
He's
Super Bowl?
just Mr. Playoff. It's his moment. I don't know if he's done after this game. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. I don't know what his future is, but this seems... Gronk, is this like a disrespectful over-under?
Not really.
You don't think so? 60.5 seems a little low-ski.
No, I think it's really fair. I
No,
think
we had 19
60
yards last week.
Yeah, exactly. And he had 20 in the first playoff game versus the Houston Texans. I think it's fair, and I think he'll go
I'm going over. I'm
but
going over.
I think that's really fair to put him at 60.
Okay, I'm always going to bang the over, Garrett. One thing about me. Let's go. What's the next one?
Next one, Gronk, the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, rushing yards, 109.5.
Ooh. That's an easy one. I'm going over. I mean,
Is
the
it
guy
easy?
had 111 yards last
But
2
the
weeks
Chiefs
ago in the
haven't
NFC
allowed a
Championship
100-yard
game.
rusher forever.
Yeah, but he had 111 yards and he didn't even play the fourth quarter. And then the other guy came in, the backup running back, and he went off for a 70-yard touchdown. And they had 200-plus yards rushing. And Saquon, they're absolutely going to feed him this game. I'm going over. And with all our picks, we're picking over. This is going to be a great game.
Do you think it's going to be high-scoring? Sean Payton said that it was low-scoring.
I'm not going to say high-scoring, but there's going to be a lot of offense still.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you're going to score points, but it just means that the ball is going to be moving back and forth down the field.
How many 50-plus yard plays does Saquon have in this one?
I would say just one.
Just one.
Just one.
One
He's
big
gonna
guy.
have one breakout play, but to have two of them versus a Super Bowl caliber team like the Kansas City Chiefs, who've been there, the last 3 years basically last 5 years, over the last 7 years, they've been there. So they know how to handle situations like this, but Saquon's gonna definitely break one out over 50.
Love that. Okay, and the last one? Prop a shot vibes here at FanDuel Sportsbook, guys.
Last one, Kay. Eagles, anytime touchdown scorer.
Saquon.
That one's so easy. Come on.
I just think,
Come
and you're
on.
looking at the odds
All right.
over here, I don't know, I just think he's getting in the end zone. He's scored 5 times, guys, in the last 2 games combined. 5 touchdowns in 2 games, so I don't think that run stops here.
Me neither. Gronk, Chiefs,
Anytime touchdown scorer. I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
Let's look.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with, Patrick Mahomes is plus 400. I mean, he ran for 2 touchdowns last week versus the Buffalo Bills.
That's a pretty good one.
That's exactly who I was thinking about in my head. I should get 2 points of Patrick Mahomes if I pick him.
You want more extra
and
points.
he scores an anytime touchdown.
Okay.
I am going to go with Patrick Mahomes, though. He ran for 2 last week versus the Buffalo Bills, and I feel like he's going to do it again possibly, in the Super Bowl. And he always comes through in the clutch situation. So Mahomes, anytime touchdown score for the Kansas City Chiefs.
We'll see. Let's recap the thing. It's Chiefs, Eagles. Of course, it's on Fox. Give me some of the behind-the-scenes Fox vibes here as we look at these prop picks. Of course, we've got Jalen Hurts over 211. Then we got Gronk's picks. Guys, go check them out over on FanDuel Sportsbook and follow our socials. Now, take me into the Fox lens of what this is going to look like, because if I know Fox, they're going to go crazy big.
Oh, they're going crazy big, especially with the pregame show as well. Carissa and I, they've been putting out this ad out there on the TV. Hey, come party with Carissa and I. Over literally 15 people have hit me up. Hey, where's the party? And I'm like, what party? And
On
the
TV.
party that you and Chris are having. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the pregame show party. So anyone can come. We're going to be up on the stage, and then fans can just come and surround us. There's going to be drinks being served for all the fans out there as well. And we're going to be doing our thing on the pregame show, interacting with the fans. So it's going to be a party. It's going to be mayhem. It's going to be so much fun. I remember doing the Super Bowl 2 years ago as well in Arizona and having all the fans around. They just bring that energy to a whole new level.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it so great. Then the halftime show, we got 2 segments, which, you know, we're just going to be breaking down the game, and then the post.
I feel like you've really studied this game in a crazy way. Like, you know all of your shit on all of these sides of the matchup. I was talking to a former teammate of yours and a former rival of yours, Chris Long, yesterday. You have 4 rings, he has 2. I asked him, who's making the game-breaking play? We talked a little Brandon Graham. Might be a sensitive subject for you, of course. Who do you think that it comes down to, this, like, game, who can make that game-changing X-factor play?
That's a great question, because me and Chris Long are on a similar page with his answer. He said Brandon Graham, who's an unbelievable player. He's what, a veteran?
Can't believe he's playing
for the
this
last
weekend. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I played versus him when in the Super Bowl when they beat us in 2018.
And he made a game-breaking play.
And he sure did. But I wasn't going to say Brandon Graham, but I was going to say someone else on the defensive line, and I was going to say Jalen Carter. And he actually made that game-breaking play versus the Los Angeles Rams this year when he sacked Matthew Stafford. I think it was the second to final last play of the game, which then put him in 4th and long and made it really difficult for them to score, and then he had to throw it away on the last play of the game. But Jalen Carter is going to make the game-breaking play, and like I said earlier, that defensive line needs to put pressure on Mahomes if they want to have a chance to win this game. They got to rattle him in the pocket, and Jalen Carter is an absolute beast, an absolute savage, and he's the guy that can do that. And if he doesn't, it's because he's doubled and triple teamed, and then that's when Brandon Graham comes around the corner, and then he sacks Patrick Mahomes, and he makes the game-breaking play.
When you're sitting here and you're enjoying this week, and obviously the Chiefs are going for this three-peat, and you're watching one of the biggest storylines be this future Hall of Fame tight end that'll be there with you. You and some of the other amazing tight ends that are in the Hall of Fame. What are you thinking about Travis Kelce approaching this game? What do you think he's thinking about? Were you mulling your future? Were you thinking, towards, the end of your career? Like, he's got to be thinking about some of these things.
Well, I knew my very first time I retired with the New England Patriots, I knew going...
My very first time
I retired. I have 2 retirements under my belt, okay? But when I was going into that playoff run that we had, I knew that was my last run. But that's because I was so beat up. I was running slow. The game's not fun when you're not on top of your game. But Travis Kelce's a little different story in that situation. He looks like he's still having fun out there. He's running routes. He's crisp out there. He's getting out of his breaks. He catches the ball. He's still making moves. He looks healthy. He does not look beat up. His speed's still there. His explosiveness is still there. And that's why he had almost over 100 catches this year as well. Yeah, his touchdowns were down, but it didn't matter. His production was still up there. So his mindset going into this game, I feel like he's still going to be playing. I feel like after this year, and I feel like he's playing in the Super Bowl game to leave a legacy that's never been left before. And it's not because he's going to retire after this year. It's because he wants to leave a legacy like that he was part of the three-peat, that he was the main guy throughout the three-peat as well, and throughout this dynasty run that they're having over the last decade.
Is there any chance he wins 3 in a row, his legacy is cemented, and he walks away? How shocked would you be by that?
I would be shocked if he walked away because, like I said, he's healthy. And he's running great routes out there. He's Patrick Mahomes' security blanket. And that's one thing as well, is that Patrick Mahomes is still so young. Does he really want to reach
29, Gronk.
29
so
only.
Crazy.
Patrick Mahomes, and he plays like he's 23 years old when he's out there on the field. But does he want to retire and sit back and relax and watch Patrick Mahomes absolutely be on top of his game still?
That's a great point.
And be like, wow, I can still be out there, and look what Patrick Mahomes, our star quarterback, is still doing, and I could be the main guy still and be a part of that? Nah, I'm going to play another couple more years and give it my all and just let my body finally tell me down the road, hey, it's no more. You got to finally retire. But he's still got a lot left in his tank.
I'm so curious with this idea of confidence. I know you were joking about it. Sean Payton was out here, and you were talking to Meg back there. You didn't even know it was his daughter.
Yeah, that was great. I was like, hey, Bert, like, Sean, he was supposed to be off at 10:30. I was supposed to be on the show at like 10:40.
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, but I know Coach Payton.
He loves stories.
Loves stories, loves to talk, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love sitting down with Coach Payton when he was with us at Fox 2 years ago. He's the best, and he's a great storyteller, and every time he talks, you tune in and listen.
So he's talking about confidence when he's out here, right? Because he's talking about, I mean, he, of course, as a Broncos coach, faces the Chiefs twice a year, lost to them on a blocked punt, sucked. But it's like, what happens in that fourth quarter with Mahomes? And he's like, when you can't fake confidence, is what he was saying. How big of a part was that really in your dynasty?
Confidence is everything.
Like, what does that really mean?
It really is.
Really?
I didn't have confidence many times in my career at the end. And
What do you mean by that?
like my last season with the New England Patriots, I was beat up. I didn't have the confidence of going out there and beating my guy one-on-one. And then Tom can see that because he's been with you for so long. He can just feel that, you know, he can feel that chemistry with you. He can just feel that personality that you're bringing out on the field that day. Hey, look at Gronk, like, you know, the smile's not bright, you know. He's not really breaking out of his breaks how he normally would. And if you can tell that a player's confidence is down, you know, you're not really getting the best out of a player. So that's what a team is all about as well. And that's what makes great teammates is when you're down,
more than talent, more
other
than
guys come in and
preparedness,
pick you up.
more than luck. Confidence, you think, is maybe like the most important.
Yes.
It's like you can't shake the Chiefs on that. That's what they have. But I mean, the Eagles, it's just an interesting thing that like that's what the big thing about
What
the
they
Bucs
have,
is.
what the Kansas City Chiefs have, they have confidence, but they also have knowledge. And you add those two up, you can basically beat any team at any given time, even if they have more talent. And yeah, and like talking about when I wasn't really confident about myself my last year in New England, but I was finding other ways to be impactful, and I was confident that I was going to be impactful in the other ways that I needed to be.
And
like
then you win
in the blocking game.
you won another freaking ring.
And won another ring. So, and plus you got to put the team first when you're in those situations.
You don't rock those this week?
I should. Actually, I left them at home. They're in my
Really?
safe. They're in my safe. I got a big, huge safe. No one's getting in that bad boy. I have to be there for that.
You're
one.
the best.
I should have brought my rings. You're right. I haven't taken them out in over a year.
Are you going to pick the Chiefs here and then the Eagles on Fox? or are you going to do the opposite way
So
around?
I've actually been consistent here.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I was on
Make
Jimmy,
your pick.
I was on Jimmy
I
Fallon
saw it
last
with Reese
week.
Witherspoon.
Yes, she's wonderful.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
terrific. It was unbelievable to meet her. She's the best, and she's such a superstar too. I'm
Yeah, it's like starstruck, right?
in the back
I love
room
that
with a
for you.
superstar, which is just really, really cool.
Yeah.
But so what was funny, Jimmy Fallon, I picked wrong over the last 2 years on Fallon. I picked against the Chiefs the last 2 years, and he showed me picking against him, and then he showed the score at end of the game up on his little jumbotron thing he had, and so I couldn't go against the Chiefs 3 times in a row. So I've been picking the Chiefs over the last 10 days, and I've been very consistent with it. And I have the Chiefs winning and scoring 30 points. And I have the Philadelphia Eagles scoring 26 points.
And where should people place their bets for Super Bowl this year,
Yes,
Gronk?
obviously on the #1 sports book in America,
Woo!
FanDuel. No doubt about that.
I know you're so busy this week making, I don't even know, I would just love to know the money that you're making running around doing all these brands and all these endorsements. But we've loved the partnership with FanDuel. Keep it going. You've been kicking ass on Fox. I can't wait to see it be your Super Bowl this weekend as well. We will be back with a couple of Bears wide receivers. Rome Odunze, DJ Moore are backstage. Puka Nacua is on the way. We'll be right back.
Puka. I want to meet Puka.
right, back on Up and Adams with two superstar wide receivers from my hometown, Chicago. DJ Moore, Odunze, welcome to Up and Adams. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. I smell wings. I see Bounty. You two are dressed alike. I like to see this kind of synergy with my wide receiver core. How are you guys?
We're doing great. We're doing great, yeah.
Great.
We're here rocking the Bounty.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, you know, you can't have football without wings. You can't have wings without Bounty. It all goes hand in hand. You got to clean up the messes. You got to enjoy your wings. So I'm here with my wingman, and we get the job done.
Is this the dynamic, DJ? You kind of sit back. You're the OG, bona fide. You have some jewelry. You're letting the young rook speak for you?
Yeah, I had my kids' names on, and he got jealous, so I was like...
What do you mean? Oh.
I had a chain of
my
kids' names, and he was...
You made him take it off?
I didn't make him take it off, but, you know, that's my wingman. He's going to help me out. He doesn't want to go out here flashing and not leave me with no jewelry, so I appreciate that.
DJ, how would you describe your relationship with Rome?
Ongoing. It's day to day.
Take me into it. It's been a year now.
No.
Not even.
Our lockers are like this. Every day I see him, he's like this. It's like he's my shadow, like my real wingman.
But you're not sad about it. You're both smiling about it.
It's a good relationship that we have.
What's the worst part of having your locker so close to Rome's?
His locker is messy.
No.
Rome?
No. My locker's not messy. I clean up.
Call everybody in that corner.
I clean up after myself, but I get packages. I got things. So sometimes when I'm in transition of cleaning, no. I'm just saying.
Excuse me, Mr. Fancy.
But when I'm in transition of like opening things, sometimes my locker gets a little crowded.
And that's where the Bounty comes in.
Exactly.
Because you can clean up your messes of all this fan mail that's coming to you.
Exactly.
How's been the relationship with the Chicago fans?
It's been good. You know, Chicago. You're from Chicago, so you know Chicago fans are very passionate. You know, and they want a winning team, winning football team, winning culture. So, but I wouldn't rather have it any other way. You know, it's good to have a fan base that's passionate about it and wants to have that success. So we're right along with them. We're starving for it too.
In 10 years, when you are receiving awards or lifting a Super Bowl trophy or whatever's happening, and you have to hit a podium and thank people who got you to where you are, what are you thanking DJ Moore for?
Oh, I'm thanking DJ for, you know, a foundation. You know, he's been an example for me this entire year since I met him, and that's on and off the field. So being able to watch his film and become a better football player, be able to see how he is with his fam, his little ones, and his, you know, family in general is something that I watch very closely too. So I appreciate you, bro.
Does DJ make you earn it?
Of course.
Yeah?
Of course, yeah. You gotta earn everything. So, you know, that's the process in the NFL, and especially when you got vets like him and Keenan, it's you gotta earn your right to, you know, be there and you know, make plays and do all those things. So absolutely. DJ,
what was his rookie moment?
His rookie moment?
From your seat, from your Bounty jacket to his.
We had a practice where he just spun in a circle.
What do you mean?
He didn't go nowhere. He ran a route, and he had the whirly bird out, but he didn't. Like, he just stayed there, like in a complete circle.
And then, what did you say your rookie moment was? That?
Yeah, that was definitely like a rookie moment for sure. I was off that day a little bit. I don't know, all my routes were a little bit skewed and everything, but if I had to say like my rookie moment, like welcome to the league, it was my first ever catch. It got tipped in the air, and then I caught it, and then I got smacked.
Who was it against? Take me through it.
It was against the Titans. It was the first game of the season, yeah. I was on a route, the pass got deflected, it was up in the air. I think I was up against like a D lineman or a linebacker for the jump ball, which I got, you know what I mean? I got the ball, and then as soon as I caught it, I got hit and fumbled the ball. So that was my first catch ever.
Who has more fun, you two or Caleb? Because he's a smiley guy too. He's doing his thing. He was just voted, by the way, most stylish player on GQ. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
He's got some style for sure. I mean,
most stylish, DJ?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is he? Why isn't he here?
Why? He's probably getting with his girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a busy man.
Love that. We love that he's spending time with loved ones. He deserves it. We know what his personal style is. I like that he was so professional, suited, booted for the press conference for your new head coach. We'll get there. How would you guys describe Caleb's leadership style?
He's still figuring it out. He's still trying to figure out everybody's on the team, how to go about and approach people. So it's still ongoing, but you can see he wants to be outspoken and do his thing.
Yeah, I think he's passionate, you know, and he's competitive. So, you know, that kind of you know, you see that through his play and his, you know, attitude towards the game. I think that, you know, he's still working on his style and how he wants to approach it, which I think, you know, comes with time for all of us. You know, I'm in the same position being a rookie, you know, as him, so I understand that pressure, but, you know, he plays quarterback, so he has it a little different.
All right, let's play a game here. You're here with Bounty. We're going to play a quick one. I'm going to give you guys just a little prompt, and you're going to tell me who is the better option by pointing to yourself or your wingman or saying who it is. We're calling it Best Wingman for the Job. Who of you two, let's just get a shot of them, please. Who's the better tipper? What? I need to hear some words. Better tipper.
Bro, I'm from Vegas. Like, that's where the tipping culture is very
Is that right?
prominent. Yes, of course.
What's your minimum tip that you leave?
I'm not leaving less than 20%.
See, that's where the difference is. I'm not leaving less than 100.
$100?
You leave 100% tip every time?
100% tip or $100?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
I don't.
$100.
$100 on, okay, got it.
The tip.
So that's a little different. But you're saying you're the better tip. You leave 20%, you leave.
$100.
Okay, what was the biggest bill you guys have had as a team this year?
My rookie dinner bill was pretty solid. It wasn't.
Did you have to do it? Did you have to pay for it?
Yeah.
What was it?
It's like $35 something.
Yeah, it was
You
like.
guys act like that's nothing.
35.
It is nothing compared to some what these other rookies are having to pay.
I have
That was
seen
great.
some of those. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was great.
Who is the better touchdown celebration? Why?
He
I'm
doesn't
not
celebrate.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, he
Even kid.
scores and goes
you're
back to the
wings.
sideline.
We'll get you some bounty here. We got the wingman with Odunze and DJ Moore. Who has a better shoe collection? Why?
Every day I come in with new shoes.
New shoes.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
What are those?
Rick Owens.
Those are insane. I've never even seen those.
Yeah.
Who can get the better reservation at a restaurant in Chicago? Are you going to help him
Just-
out, or does he ever hit you up to help
do.
him?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
What, bro?
But
course.
the way I go about it is I just walk in and just have like Deniston as my name. and
You
then
do
just
what?
wait. Like have my real name
Oh,
as my reservation name. And people don't bother me.
people don't bother you. Can I make a reservation using that then and get a good like I can call up Al-Shabaal and get in wherever I want to using your name? I love that.
Easy.
Who would throw the fast first pitch at a Cubs game?
Bro, you went out in slides.
Yeah, exactly, and it was still
you
a
did
great
it.
pitch. Yeah, I had the slides on, and it was still a pretty solid pitch. Had a good amount of strength on it, so I
DJ
think I was really
He
prepared.
does
didn't go
not
from
agree.
the mound.
What?
He went from the front of the mound.
I did.
Oh, I did that too, and I did it.
Don't say
That's
that.
okay.
Don't say that. Don't disclose that information.
Who's more likely to have their art, a piece of their art, put into the Art Institute of Chicago?
Definitely me. Oh no. Really?
You guys are artsy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I got abstract thinking, you know, and that's kind of how art is. So, you know.
I'm more of a take a picture and
I want to know who has the better arm.
arm.
Yeah.
Strength probably DJ, but accuracy, you're gonna have to go with me.
Now, how does that play into Ben Johnson, Mr. Trick Play? Are you ready to politic for that, DJ?
It's gonna be me.
We're gonna have to figure it out. You know, we're gonna have to have some tryouts, you know, some different things, and we're gonna get the right person for the job.
The right person for the job. Let's talk about Ben Johnson. I'm sure you guys have talked to him. What's the one thing that you already sort of left a conversation with him? Like, first impressions are meaningful, right? Like, what did you guys take off of him, each of you?
I liked his intensity. I thought he brought a level of intensity that was, you know, inspiring and kind of, you know, uplifting. So, you know, I think he's going to bring that to the organization and the team as a whole, and I think, you know, that's what we need.
I was left with being scared. He said be uncomfortable, be comfortable being uncomfortable. So
He left you scared?
yeah,
Do I like that?
you should.
Got it. There's a lot of talk about, you know, wide receivers, you know, the Cooper Cups. There's, you know, Puka Nacua is backstage. Devontae Adams might be up for grabs. Like, are you guys good with where you are? Like, you guys feel like you have all the pieces? Are we trying
You can
to?
never have too many pieces.
Let's manifest here. Let's do.
if
What
we
are we
add
looking?
somebody of
Who else do we
those-
want to have one of these bounty jackets with you guys?
Add the
You know,
wingman.
wingman? Shoot.
Who would be a
Any
good
one of
free
those
agent
guys.
wingman? No, I need to hear it. Who do you guys
You
think?
need to hear it.
Yeah.
You had to choose out of them.
Or just anybody that's available. Or like
Oh.
Jamar's deal isn't done.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Shoot, they gonna have to bring in a Brinks truck to pay him now.
A Brinks truck. But I'm gonna go Cooper.
Cooper? Why Cooper?
He does it all in the slot. He get maneuvered. It's like the game is slow for him.
I'd love to see him wearing a
Yeah.
bounty jacket.
No, I'd love to have Coop Cup too. He's awesome. He got ties with my Junior Adams, my wide receiver coach at UW, for time. So that'd be cool to see him with us.
You guys are here with Bounty. You guys are each other's wingmen. You guys are walking out around Media Row. Does the green mean, is this an endorsement for the Eagles?
It's not.
Okay.
Purely Bounty right here, purely Red
Got it.
Bounty, but you know, we're looking for a good game, that's it.
Okay, you guys have the best time ever. Take your wings, take your Bounty, get out of here, do your thing, make your money, buy more shoes, and we'll see you guys. And I just can't wait to see what's ahead for you. And soft-spoken DJ, as always, just loves to rack up yards, doesn't like to celebrate, and that's why we love him. We'll be right back. Okay, we had a wild day here on Media Row. Bert Kreischer, Rob Gronkowski, Josh Jacobs, Mark Ingram, Cam Jordan, DJ Moore, Odunze, Sean Payton, and on my final guest of the day, we've been waiting, the guy who had possibly the catch of the year in Week 14 against the Bills, Rams record